Oh, it's time for your celebrity beef of the week. And now we all know you don't want to mess around with, another person's significant other when it comes to wives or husbands. And if you do, you basically open up a can of worms. I have this rule. I would never, ever, I don't care what the temptation is, have relations with a married woman because that's how people get murdered.
Yeah.
Right. And it turns out that if you try to have relations with a married man and that married man is Cory Taylor, then that's a recipe to get murdered as well because Cory Taylor's wife is going in hard against a woman who's in a band who allegedly is trying to get Cory Taylor to cheat on Alicia. Alicia Taylor is Cory Taylor's wife, and she went on a social media war against this woman who allegedly tried to steal her husband and threw out many accusations about her history of attempting to do that with other rock star husbands.
Wow.
The offender in question is Violet Mayungba, right? What do you know about her?
She's in a band, Destroy Boys. That's pretty much it. I know that they are like a punk rock band. They've toured with them, so.
Yeah, so I mean, I've never heard of Destroy Boys before. Have you heard this band?
No.
Okay, but apparently they're somewhat successful enough to be on the support slot of tours. And they're like an all-girl band, right? So it's kind of niche, right?
Yeah.
And now Violet, was not what I was expecting as far as, who's this like smoke show who's attempting to steal all these
You would think so, right?
Yeah. Not it at all.
No.
In fact, actually, even her best pictures look like a tagged photo.
I try to find some good ones, and I'm just like,
That's how it is. It's not. None of her pictures look like profile pics. They all look like they're tagged from her friend at the worst angle, and I'm like, that's odd. But yes. So Alicia, she went on a tirade on Twitter, and according to her, Violet went right after Cory, knowing that he was married, because we all do, actually.
Yeah.
And when he told her that nothing was going to happen, she replied with, quote unquote, "We'll see about that."
Whoa.
Yeah. I was like, I'll wear your mask. I'm like, yeah, you wearing a mask is the only way I'll consider it, Violet. Sorry, that's not what he said. I'm just assuming. I'm putting myself in his shoes.
Yes.
Because he's happily married, Mari.
And it's all right.
Yeah. Wear a mask of my beautiful wife, maybe. No, that's still not good. Okay, so Violet even supposedly put her phone number in Taylor's kid's iPad so she could stay close. Yeah, and then she also told Cory that Alicia was ugly and she couldn't understand why he'd want to be with her. Which, again, in all fairness,
Does she not have any mirrors?
I don't know. So here's a side-by-side that you'll see in the podcast broadcast. All right, can you guess which one is Cory Taylor's beautiful wife and which one is the alleged homewrecker? Go ahead.
Oh, I know. It's the redhead. The pretty one is his actual wife.
Yeah, dude, because Cory Taylor, who's 50 years old, who's been a platinum singing lead singer of a very popular rock band for over 2 decades, is gonna have a 10 out of 10 when it comes to a wife.
Yeah.
Right? She's a smoke show. She's a beautiful woman. All right. So Violet may be talented, right?
True.
But she's like swinging way above her league here.
Yeah, who does she think she is?
I don't know, man. Yeah,
Got
I'm
a
a
big
guess.
ego. Good for her. A lot of confidence.
Alicia even went on to say that Violet's rich mommy and daddy sent her a cease and desist so she wouldn't talk about all this. And Alicia obviously decided to ignore it. There's tons of text messages and tea on her Instagram page. And she went on to allege that not only was she doing this with Cory Taylor, but she's had wives from other bands like Blink-182. Yes. And several others that say that she did the same thing to them.
Wow.
So she's just becoming notorious for this, though, and she probably thinks it's great.
It's her thing.
It's like a power thing.
Yeah, I mean, she's living up to the band name, Destroy Boys. She's trying to destroy them. And the best way to destroy a boy is to bang them. That's the easiest way because, we're all simple creatures and we give in to temptation. But luckily, it's not as temptation. When you look at, you got your wife that's a 10 and a 2's coming after you, it's easy to say no to the 2.
Yeah.
Like if your wife's a 9 and a 10's coming after you, that's where your relationship gets tested. Okay. And it's still easy to say no to it, right? If you're committed and you're in love.
Willpower,
Right. But a 2,
Maybe, maybe she's funny or something.
Yeah. I'm sure she's hilarious.
Tells really good jokes.
She went on. Alicia said, please don't worry about me. I'm totally fine, guys. I'm a tough bitch. Cory is much healthier today, and he's been my only concern as I've stepped away from performing and creating this year. So, basically, she's just throwing out those shots. No word yet from Violet, except for the cease and desist allegedly sent by her rich parents. So, and that might actually
Factor
kind of
into it.
Yeah. Well, kind of be like answer the question: how did this band get on these support slots?
Totally. They pay into it. I've seen this happen so many times.
Oh yeah, that's the Lana Del Rey move.
Entitled.
Lana Del Rey, honestly, she's looked at as the icon now. But let's be real, she was just a rich girl
Totally.
who was spoon fed this career.
That's all right. I like looking at Lana Del Rey, so I'm all right with that one. That's a good pass, but
Okay.
not so much this one.
Not so much this one.
You're Cory Taylor,
Yeah.
okay? And Lana Del Rey saying, "Hey, ditch your wife."
What year is it?
2012.
Oh,
I'm going peak Del Rey.
yeah.
Yes.
That is peak.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm going to interrupt that. Unmute your mic, Derek. It's good to see you back on the podcast broadcast stream. And yeah, you muted yourself, but I'll get you. Yeah. This is the new setup because Derek or D-Rock is moving on up. He moved to a condo in the sky in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's
so you guys
it's a little bit like student housing almost.
really? Why is it a bunch of young people all there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of ASU grad students in the building, so it's
And you're
it's
in
cool.
downtown Phoenix, right?
Yeah, right in the Roosevelt Art District here.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it looks good. It's good to see. I mean, I can't see out that window, but it does look pretty cool with the pictures and everything else. And it does feel like you're in a real studio,
It kind of it feels I feel all professional and stuff. So
Yeah.
I gotta soundproof it a little bit because it's echoey as hell.
You can't really tell on this end, so we're all good. And welcome everybody to the show. We have a lot to cover. And Jeff wants to say boo ASU real quick. I want to show you this. This is our Florida ma'am, our two-time Florida ma'am of the week. This is Chelsea. On the air, I just talked about this story. And now this was the original mugshot. So they just used her last mugshot to basically repost because I don't think this is a new mugshot. But she was arrested for the exact same thing almost a year and a half to the day. And she's 35 years old, and she got into a fight over a sex toy with her boyfriend. And her live-in boyfriend / baby daddy. It's crazy. But he didn't leave after the first time after he got his ass whooped by her because, she's probably a freak. Obviously a freak. But for whatever reason, this guy has like an emotional attachment to his glass dildos. And so he like searched her bag. She was going to go out. And he's like, let me search your bag real quick. Found a glass dildo and was like, no, you can't take that. That's mine. And I'm like, whoa, Diddy. Which we're going to get into.
Okay.
And then they got into a fight. But this is the first time that we've done a Florida ma'am where it was the same Florida ma'am for the same thing. So, yeah, that's 35. Life is a bit rough, that will happen.
So she just wanders around taking glass dildos out for the night? What's her date?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to run to the gas station real quick. Be right back. And he's like, not with my glass dildo, you're not. All right. So our theme of the show here today, or at least the title of the podcast broadcast, is what is a freak off? And, this is something that obviously is in our terminology now because the freak off is being reported that Diddy was a massive fan of. And he would organize these quote unquote freak offs, which I'm like, wait, you just talking about orgies? Or is this like a battle rap with boners? Like, what is a freak off? And we're going to try to get to the bottom of this, but not like the bottom, right? No Diddy.
Yeah, you're gonna dig the bottom of the barrel?
Yes, but before we do, I do want to point out a couple of videos that I find very interesting. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. On the podcast broadcast, got D-Rock joining me. I got Patrick backstage, so we're going to do some weird news on this Wednesday as well. And on the podcast exclusively, we know now that Diddy is arrested, held without bail. He tried to post $50 million bail, and for whatever reason, they're just like, no, you're a danger to society. No bail is approved. You have to stay in jail. The story is constantly developing, but at the same time, if you've been paying attention to certain people This has been like there have been warning signs that this was going to happen. Like Cat Williams at the beginning of the year went viral for some of the things that he said about Diddy. And I'm going to refresh your memory on that on the podcast broadcast. And we'll talk more about figuring out what the hell a freak off is. Why do you need that much lube? And it's actually kind of, it's a rich person thing. I remember Mark Cuban saying, if you know you're going to use something every day, buy it in bulk. That's what rich people do. They're smart enough to save money because you save money buying it in bulk, right? And Mark Cuban gave an example of like saying Gatorades, right? He likes drinking Gatorades, so he wouldn't just buy Gatorade when he's at the store. No, he would buy a case worth of Gatorade or cases to last him the entire year. And he saved a ton of money. So that's how the rich stay rich. Diddy went through a lot of lube. And he's a rich person. So how do you stay rich? Well, you buy a lifetime supply of lube and hope not to ruin every single hotel room that you stay in. Which reportedly, he did ruin every single hotel room he stayed in. So we're going to go down the rabbit hole of some of these allegations against Diddy and what people were saying about him only on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more right after The Offspring. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA live on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/BeefVegan. All right, so I'll show you this first. Because I find this wildly...
Get bulk lube. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. I understand you're asking for a friend, and I get that. And I would say it's Costco. Same place you get bulk Gatorade. It was bulk lube and baby powder. And yeah. All right. So there's a lot of stuff to cover. Let's start with Cat Williams. This is what Cat Williams said on Club Shay Shay. And, you know, like so spot on. So
half of that was
let's not get into half that. Just listen to this and see what you think.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know.
And that's, of course, Shannon Sharpe, who recently made headlines himself. So right off the bat, got to protect that hole because P. Diddy wants the party. Here's something interesting that I came across Twitter just recently because it was trending. There was, if you remember, there was a man named Jonathan Oddie who was shot and taken into custody by police after opening fire inside Trump's National Doral Golf Club in Miami in 2018. During his police investigation, he also claimed he was a sex slave of Diddy. Now, this is 6 years before all these allegations came out. Listen to him during his interrogation of what he has to say about this. This is insane, okay? Check this out.
Combs.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever he calls himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself. Having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay? It's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright? He calls it Gigi. That's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy.
You hear that? So he said he settled for $5 million with Diddy. This, now, again, it could be fake because it is the internet, but this reportedly posted on a website, 6 News, said alleged Trump Doral gunman Jonathan Oddie went from dead broke to a property buying spree in 1 month. So that would kind of back up any kind of claim that he got $5 million as a settlement. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Going down the rabbit hole on this Diddy not even conspiracy, these allegations that are going against him. And we came across a clip of a man who shot up a Trump golf course hotel in 2018. His name was Jonathan Odie. And during his police investigation, he had wild accusations against Diddy. And this was in 2018. Now, in these allegations, he talked about how he was a sex slave. And I think what is most like clear here, as to if you're sitting and wondering yourself, why would a man in this position, right? He's got good looks, he's got money, he's got fame, right? Why would he go down this rabbit hole of debauchery? What would push him towards that? Well, in this clip that I just showed, the alleged sex slave who somehow went from being dead broke to buying a bunch of property in Miami within 1 month, claims that he got a $5 million settlement from Diddy. He claimed that Sean Diddy Combs drank a lot and did a lot of cocaine, which he called Chi-Chi. Now, there's been several different stories and allegations of pink cocaine that he would have people go and get for him, and that's part of the trafficking charges that are held against him. So if you think, okay, wait a second, this is a man who has unlimited money and resources doing cocaine from like morning, noon, and night. Yeah, you do that every day, you're going to want to do some freak-offs. You're going to do some crazy things, and you're going to continue to go like mentally unravel, right? Because you can't do cocaine as an addict and be normal and sane after a week, let alone 2 decades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after a while, you're gonna, start stroking the fuzzy walls.
Yes, and just like in that movie, Get Him to the Greek, exactly. And that's why he was kind of perfect for that role. He wasn't even acting in that situation.
No, he was running like he was doing coke for a week.
Yeah, it's insane, and that's tip of the iceberg. In the podcast broadcast, we played a clip of Cat Williams just blatantly saying that you got to protect Behold. There's clips that I've came across of old interviews and people and sound bites and accusations from former bodyguards that I can't even play on YouTube. It's that graphic and detailed. But if you're asking yourself how and why, the answer is cocaine. It seems pretty simple that the answer is cocaine, is it not?
Yeah,
it's a hell of a drug. Rick James said.
Yes.
And again, so, the phrase of the week is freak-offs. And so freak-offs essentially were organized orgies that Diddy would, throw together and basically almost like a video game, be like, you two do her and you two women do him and you and that other dude do each other. And that was a freak-off. And basically, I equate it to battle raps with boners. It was the Diddy version of an orgy.
It's like an orgy you can win?
I think so. I think so. I think there was a winner and there was a loser. The bottom would be the loser. But, I think with a freak off, it would be like, who's the champion banger in this situation? And I'm all for competitive nature, I understand that. I appreciate, competitiveness and making a little competition. It brings out the best in all of us. But in this situation, it just seems vile.
Yeah. It's a little off.
I wonder if he gave gold medals and an 8-ball and, there was like a trophy for a freak off. What are they? As we speculate and joke right now, it's the tip of the iceberg because more and more information is coming out. So we'll probably have answers to this that we don't even want to know. But it is severe enough that they're holding him in jail and not allowing him to post $50 million for bail. And they already repossessed his passports as well. They're just like, nope, you're a maniac. So no, you can't even leave this jail cell with an ankle monitor and a chain to your ass. We will not let you out. So that's pretty hardcore, right?
Yeah, well, it's all the aliases in the private jet, I imagine.
Oh, that was another thing too. So they arrested him, and this is where trying to rebrand your name, and this is another sign of cocaine abuse. Rebrand your name every couple of years. So they said Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, aka Diddy, aka Love, AKA PD. You know, and just like his AKA list went on and on and on. It was longer than a call list for one of his freak offs. Like,
Oh,
pick a
man.
name. Yeah. The good news is, after all these, like, you know, nicknames and AKAs, I think he's going to settle for one final name, and that's going to be inmate whatever number follows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where he's headed.
Yeah. All right. Looks like somebody's calling. We're going to answer that on the podcast broadcast. We'll continue. But when we come back, while Patrick giving us our weird news, not Diddy related, right after music from Kravitz and Godsmack. Keep it right here on Rock 102.1 or join us, youtube.com/BeFegan. All right. Let's see who's calling. If they're just telling us to shut up about Diddy. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Bella.
What up, Bella?
So, what up? Let's not forget that not only is he a pervert, but he also killed Biggie and Tupac.
Well, you know,
So I think that's like the most important thing. But like, dude, his dad was like a government agent or a CI or something, and his mom used to pimp out women. So that's like,
well, now
we can blame it all on cocaine, but you know, he used to, you know, that's a checkered childhood for sure.
Well, now we're going down rabbit holes, but you know, I stated this yesterday. I do believe with you know, Keefe, who is the Los Angeles Crip that's currently in custody for the connection of the murder of Tupac. I do believe that there will be a connection of Diddy and Tupac's murder. I don't think he was behind Biggie's murder. I think that was Suge. But and the other stuff, I don't know enough about it. And again, we're kind of going down a rabbit hole on that.
I've known about this shit for like 2 years.
I'm sure.
But the other thing is, Eminem said it best, right? And what's the album with the airplane on it, where he calls out Diddy for killing Tupac.
Yes.
And he's like,
he's been calling out Diddy a couple times over and over again, in a couple different records. So.
And he's like, oh, we were all thinking it, but like Eminem's the only one that's gonna like.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Well,
and that's why we love him.
That's because he's got the backup to you know, not get shot by Diddy at this point. But I think the floodgates are open. A lot of people are going to be taking their shots at him. So I appreciate the call, Bella, and I agree.
Yes. All right. Have a great day.
All right. Stay off that chi-chi. All right. We'll talk to you soon. All right. So that was Bella. Yeah, it is a crazy story as it continues to develop, and it continues to be the number one trend. So I'm keeping an eye on it. But as of right now, it's all theories.
So it's like pink cocaine or pink chi-chi. Is that like the blue or the Heisenberg stuff in the Breaking Bad?
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I'm not familiar with them hard drugs.
I think pink cocaine is, and I could be wrong on this because I remember reading about it, and it was connected to a story about Diddy, but like a very high quality, almost like cocaine MDMA mix. And I'm sure that's something I can find out through a Google search. And I probably will here in just a moment.
Somebody somewhere is grinding up Himalayan rock salt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And just selling that on the street for sure. But like, you want some chi-chi?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to say pink cocaine into Google just so they know I've been looking for it. All right. What is pink cocaine? So it's a synthetic drug, of course. It's cocaine, strawberry flavoring, ketamine, caffeine. That's the combination, and this is very popular in Miami. So here's I'll share this with you. This is kind of a growing phenomenon of sorts. With that, you know, pink cocaine tied to Miami model's fatal wreck and Manhattan drug bust, pink cocaine manslaughter case. You know, the Glamorous have been doing this, and this is what he's been calling Chi-Chi. And so it says, what is pink cocaine here?
That's no joke, pink.
Yeah, no, it's bright pink. And you can see why. It's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto Miami pink, right?
Oh, yeah.
Neon pink, which, of course, is going to attract, like, partiers and whatnot in the club scene. They say pink cocaine, despite its name, is not a type of cocaine. It's a synthetic drug and includes combination pink food coloring, strawberry flavoring, ketamine, caffeine, and MDMA. So it's ketamine and MDMA as the chi-chi. So, yeah. Doing a lot of that will get you wanting to have freak-offs. So many things.
It's got strawberry flavoring in it. What the hell, man?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's actually a selling point, you know? I mean, usually, and again, you shouldn't do drugs, but they usually don't taste great, you know? And talk about being addictive. Like, you know, if you snort something that will get you high, but also is delicious, you know, like Pop Rocks. What if Pop Rocks got you high, you know? And you're just like, well, I need some more Pop Rocks. I got a sweet tooth. Ah, rah, rah, rah. And then
Yeah,
freak
that'd be out of
off.
control.
Yeah, let me jerk off 3 dudes at once. Freak off.
With the Pop Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Out of
All
control.
right, so and obviously that's weird, but that's not even our weird news, which we want to.
I'm with Loch Nessa. I'll stick to the Mota.
Exactly. But what if it was pink strawberry flavored Mota? Would you smoke it?
I'm all about some strawberry flavored.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in my vapes.
Yes. We have a lot that we're going to get to here, and I have Patrick standing by. He's going to do some weird news with us. So before we get into that, I do want to set up. I'm going to play this clip of just Rocco talking about the new location of Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza real quick, and I'll have another viral video and Patrick with weird news coming up right after this. So keep it right here. Luckily, you're not Cory Taylor, so that's our celebrity beef.
I'm so lucky.
It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to us at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA at 600-5362. And Rico and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. Are you ready, Rico?
Let's do it.
All right, first one sent to me by Teresa. It ends a little confusing, so I'm going to give you a warning. Let's not be hung up on it. Let's see. She said, this weekend, as I was trying to get out of bed, my foot began sliding across the floor. I instinctively tried to balance myself, only for the new angle to cause my right hip to painfully and loudly dislocate, making me fall face forward into my dresser. Back stuck in bed after 3 days of freedom.
Okay.
That part is where I'm like, yeah, you only had 3 days of freedom. What happened before?
Yeah, I want to know the rest of the story.
I know. But F My Life for Teresa?
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It sounds like you need to be wrapped in bubble wrap, right?
For real.
Everywhere you go.
Highly recommended.
All right, next F My Life sent to me by Jake. Jake said, the other day I got stoned with the clowns at the birthday party I took my niece to. This is his new low point. Yeah, okay. Is that a rock bottom, or is that just what you do with clowns these days, right? You know?
Come on. That's not bad. Drinking Jägermeister with the dad as he talks about how bad his life is. That would be kind of, yeah.
Okay, so you say big baby.
Big baby.
So you would get stoned with clowns.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, terrifying, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. It's
Good
perplexing. But yeah, it does make for a good story, Jake. So for that, I'll say big baby as well. All right, next email sent to me by Alan said, today my mom has the habit of trying to pull out what she thinks are loose hairs in my beard. My beard hairs are actually just really, really long and not falling off. She'll confidently yank one and that she thinks isn't attached, causing a sharp pain until she realizes it's attached. And I don't know how to make her stop. So Alan is continuously getting tortured by his mom, who knows that these hairs that she is pulling aggressively from his face are attached to his face, thinking she's doing him a favor. But I don't think...
Okay, Ma.
Yeah, I think that's literally just the alibi she's using to continue to F with you and cause you pain.
I know what he can do.
What?
Especially right now, Spirit Halloween, go buy some of that fake blood. And when she does it, just like gush it out of your hands. Like, you're hurting me.
Yeah, actually...
That might work.
Yeah, you are set up for the perfect prank, Alan. So definitely keep that in mind. Rico gave you a brilliant idea. So the next, you know that she's going to do it. Whenever you see somebody who has a pattern of doing something and annoys you, you have an opportunity to be able to counter that.
Exactly.
And plan accordingly. And I think that's brilliant, Rico.
Thank
and yes,
you.
please do so, Alan. I'm going to email you back to make sure you know for a fact. and then
Yeah,
record
scar
it.
your mother.
Yeah,
Yes.
record it and get back to me. Well, she has to learn the hard
It's
way,
true.
man.
She had it coming.
All right, 2 more left. Joe sent me this email and said, recently ran into a guy that I haven't seen since high school. He started ranting about what an a-hole I was for not inviting him to my birthday party when I was 12. We're 50 now. The party was canceled because my granddad died, and we were not friends anyways. I just hung out with him as I felt sorry for him sometimes.
Damn.
Yeah.
A lifelong grudge, huh?
Yeah, apparently so, dude.
Sounds a little dangerous.
Is that enough my life for Joe?
Just for the fact that it's been that long and this guy has it out for you, maybe?
Yeah.
My life? That's a little terrifying.
Yeah, that's a stupid
You've been on his mind for that long.
Right, that's a stupid conversation you don't want to have with somebody that you haven't seen in 40 years.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like get over it, dude. So yeah, for that I'll say F my life. Just a minor annoyance.
Invite him to the next one. Just have it be a sad party. Just you and him.
Yeah, invite him to a party that you're not even throwing. You know?
That'll make him feel better.
Hey, this Saturday night, man, at Chuck E. Cheese, we're throwing a big party. It's themed. Just wear a fake mustache. Won't be creepy at all. All right, final F my life of the day sent to me by Reynaldo. Reynaldo, this is a fantastic one. He said, "Hey, Beef, this weekend my father-in-law deuced himself in the bathroom and tried to flush some of the evidence down my sink.
Oh.
Sink that I just cleaned up."
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
And there's nothing you can do about it, too, because it's your
No.
father-in-law. F
Big
my
F
life?
my life.
Yeah. Sorry about your luck there, Reynaldo. Keep those emails coming, beefvegan@kfma.com. Let's hit the reset. Last night was the Emmys, and there were some notable takeaways and funny moments that I want to share. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get Patrick on here. We got about a minute 30 before we get... Sorry, I'm going to get that baby off of you, dude.
Trying to look around it over here, like...
Yeah, no, you're good. All right, there you go. Patrick, this is D-Rock. D-Rock, this is Patrick. Patrick's going to hit us with some weird news here on the radio show. So I'm going to pull up some of these links because he's been working hard. Patrick misses Weirdo, who I talked to this morning, by the way. Yeah, and, so Weirdo would always hit the weird news, and he's just like, let me do it until she pops back in. Now, Weirdo will be returning at some point. She did make some changes. She's no longer at Rustics. She opened up her own salon with her friend. And this is all new news to me. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? We keep in touch. Yeah, so don't be surprised if you see Weirdo kind of popping back in the mix as our family continues to grow here. So
there you go, dude.
Yeah, which I'm all about, man. The good times are ahead. Like, we're stoked about, like, the next couple months especially, I think we're just going to have a really fun time. So, and as the crew gets bigger, I think we're going to be able to do a lot of cool stuff together. So, we'll see what happens. I'll be up in Phoenix next Wednesday, actually, meeting Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'll have Rico with me too, and he's geeking out, dude. He has a man crush on Radke. He won't admit it because he's too macho, but dude is crushing hard. Let's get on the air here. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast. Joining me is OG streamer Patrick. He wants to hit us with some weird news. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm good. How's everybody else?
Good, dude. So you've been scouring the internet looking for weird stuff to report on, right?
I have.
All right, what's our first story?
So the first one I have is that Arizona trucker shares footage of chilling sighting.
Yes. So this is another ghost. Sorry about that. This is another ghost sighting here, and then this time in Arizona. Where exactly was this?
SR 87 between Payson and Mesa there.
Okay, yeah. I've been on that highway and stuff on the way up to Pine Top, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, what's notable about this that got you?
Well, for one, the fact that it was in Arizona. He says he described the figure as just standing in the roadway as I passed by. Looks like you can see the lines through the legs making the figure.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it right there, and as you pause right there, right, it looks like half a man. Right, so the top half ain't there, but you see like the bottom half of the person like walking. Oh, and then the truck kind of drove right through him.
Looks like he's in the center lane, but it does look like you can see the legs or the lines through the legs there.
Yeah, okay, so it's a transparent man.
Yeah.
Is basically. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there
So
have been sightings of this as well. On March 14th, days after the photo was captured, after the photo captured the attention of many, we spoke to 2 others who saw it first, according to Fox 10 in Phoenix.
Okay, so this is like the lost hitchhiker of Highway 87, and people are starting to like spot this ghost just kind of walking along the road in the middle of the night. Did it say exactly what time of night the sightings are happening? Was this like witching hour or anything?
It doesn't specify, but it does say that the highway has seen its fair share of deadly crashes. So,
yeah. Oh,
totally makes sense.
Yeah, dude. Well, imagine if it's the setup of this ghost is this person gets into an accident and then thinks like, and I'm thinking like Sixth Sense style, like, hey, I'm gonna go get help. I'll be right back, kind of thing. Not knowing he passed away, and he just in this loop of walking the highway. Spooky.
That'd
Just
be
in time
miserable
for Halloween. I know. I know your ghost feet would be killing you. All right, what else is going in weird news?
The next one I want to do is the video of the bus in Delhi, India.
Okay.
The last one I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about it.
So I guess there is a ghost figure only seen on the camera facing inside the bus. When it shows the video, and when the person filming turns around to show the seat that this ghost is sitting in, there's no one sitting there. And this is live CC footage on the bus.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'm pulling up that video right now. You're going to be able to see this on the podcast broadcast. So this is the still image of the person sitting on the bus, but apparently
कंडक्टर सीट पे अभी कोई नहीं है, कोई भी नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ पे कोई ना कोई बैठा हुआ है, पर हमें से कोई दिक्कत परेशानी नहीं हो रही। ये देखो, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ कैमरे में, सीसीटीवी कैमरे लगे हुए हैं बस के अंदर, और आप इधर देख सकते हो।
Yeah, okay. Sorry if that was too loud. I can't mute this Instagram page, but basically, it was a man who, the bus driver, went up to the empty seat, showed that no one was sitting there, then went to the CCTV and showed the image just sitting on the bus.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a worse purgatory, Derek? Walking the highway or being stuck on a city bus?
Definitely riding around on a city bus for eternity is the worst, man.
Right. You know, all the stops, you know, you're going to have terrible people sitting on you, maybe even urinating on you. Who knows what happens on a bus?
And especially, if you can still smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's spooky. Okay, well, we got a theme going on right now. So our final story has local ties, does it not?
It does. Marana PD picked up an unidentified voice over their radios.
An unidentified voice was picked up by Marana police, and we actually have that audio. Is this ghost audio? Let's listen to it and find out.
Calling 135. Calling 126. Hey, there's a silver Xterra at the top of the eastbound off-ramp at the light. It's got its hazards on. I don't know if it's stationary or not. Oh, God. What are you heading for? Which direction ramp did you take? Eastbound, it's right at the top of the lights. Both its flashers are on.
I could barely pick it up. At what point it was, I heard something spooky there, and they released a statement of this, right?
Yeah, they said the clip was posted on the department's Facebook page around the 19-second mark.
Okay, 19-second mark. Let's listen for it.
It's
15.
Oh, God. What are you heading for?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's a little spooky and stuff, but could it be just like someone, like a truck driver on some kind of transmission kind of bleeding over?
I don't think so. Their radios are really encrypted, so you can't really, unless you have a police radio, you can't, there's no crossover between truckers and police.
Oh, all right. So did Miranda make national news because of this clip, this anomaly that's happening?
I'm not 100% sure. This is on some weird website called unexplainedmysteries.com. But it does say that it sounds like somebody saying, "Stop talking to me."
Hey,
that's my
they don't
job,
like cops.
Yeah. They just don't like cops, even in the afterlife. Well, excellent job reporting the weird news there, Patrick. Thank you so much. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more right after music from Disturbed and Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. Yeah, let's see. What did Todd say? Todd said, that is not true. You could totally just listen to police radio. Well, yes, you can listen to police radio, but
Just can't talk on it.
Yeah, you can't communicate back and forth.
Right. Yeah. And actually, they're working on preventing that from you being able to listen to police scanners. And this is something recent I saw on Reddit. I think they're coming up with the different technology to kind of encrypt that so people can't just listen in and report on it, because there's plenty of Facebook pages in every community. I follow a page, Tucson Police Scanners.
Yeah.
That's legitimately just just tweeting out everything that they're, hearing over the radio constantly. Let you find out how like crazy and fuck this city is, dude. And in fact, actually, here's a prime example. Powers just posted this yesterday. And if you're friends of Powers, you might have seen this. But basically, what happened was a woman yesterday in the daytime was wasted off her ass driving. She runs, she hits a vehicle. She drives off from hitting that vehicle, runs into another vehicle, then takes off at even a higher rate to get away from both those accidents she caused. This is like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Oof. And then she crashed into Powers' wall. And look at the damage done by this woman here. Check this out.
Holy crap.
Now that thing on top right there, that is a trash can, one of those rubber trash cans. And I commented, I'm like, well, good thing she ran into that kind of cushion to blow. And he's like, you have no idea, dude. He's like, I filled that thing up with wooden shelves. So that's the airbag. He's showing the video. There's a couple more images of this. And again, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And what the street that Powers lives on is not a main street. It's like a side street. So to go that fast, to demo that wall like that is an insane amount of speed in that location.
Maybe it was like one of those Roombas where it was like bouncing off of stuff and just going again.
Maybe. Now, according to Powers, the seatbelt and airbag saved her life for sure.
Goodness.
But that's that trash can. Look how demolished that trash can is, and which kind of went through the windshield. So this lady was messed up for sure. Go to jail. And like I said in the comments, I think Powers showed what he had in that. Am I even on here? Did he delete my message?
Looked like there was like shelves up on top right there too, like big chunks of wood.
So this is what he had in there. So this was already heavy, and to see just like how demolished that thing got, crazy. And this is again just Tuesday in Tucson at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not even happy hour prices at that point.
Man,
yeah, so
that's
like you
mini Final Destination right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so wasted. And so this happens all the time in this town. The drivers in this town is nuts. I mean, everybody that drives around in town has a close call at least once a week from some asshole just going crazy on the roads. And in this situation, like the 2 cars that got hit, I'm sure they were just minding their own business. And what are you going to do in that scenario, right? A drunk comes out of nowhere in the daytime. You're not even assuming that's the case. At night, you drive a little more defensive, a little more vigilant, especially at certain times of night. If it's 2:30 in the morning, you're going to have to keep an eye out for drunk drivers, right? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to assume none of that. So, crazy.
Yeah. Well,
right.
I mean, I guess just all drunk all the time. No.
Yeah, you've been
everything's
there.
different since 2020.
Yeah, no, it's not 2020 anymore. It's not pandemic anymore. So, well, I appreciate you, Patrick. That was an excellent job, yet again.
Thanks
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll do it again next week as well. So keep accumulating those, especially as we get closer to Halloween.
Yeah,
you know.
we could do it for the whole month of October.
Oh yeah. Doing ghost stories every Wednesday for Weird. I love it, dude. So I appreciate you. Put you backstage again, just because the mic quality there. But we're gonna get you a mic here soon. Patrick, everybody. Thanks again. So, yeah. See, we're reporting on everything. Now it's been like a month since you've been around. I know you moved your son back up to college and went to a new college.
No, he's second year at the same college.
Nice. Okay, good. Well, you saw what Patrick did. Now you report on something. Okay, and go.
So yeah, the drive to Oregon is long, and most of it's in California.
Okay. That's good. Excellent piece. Should we interrupt, disturb to kind of fill people in on that?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm
That's
totally
right.
unprepared. Like, I just came on to say hi today and hang out with you and show you this neat setup and talk to everybody there.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you back, dude. For sure. So, and since that time, and not only did you move your son, but you moved yourself, and it's good to see that you and your wife are. What's the term for it now that you're empty nesting? For sure. But this is kind of like a new era, right? Yeah, you basically just invested in a bang den, a very nice, classy, where you can go out and have like little hipster dates, and then take it back and really do everything kind of right for the first time.
Yeah.
This I'm super stoked for you guys. So if you don't know, Derek and his wife were like high school sweethearts, got pregnant right off the bat, and basically jump started into adulthood. And when I met him, he already had 2 small children, and they're doing the thing and going through what all of married families go through, all the stress of raising kids and finances and stuff. And now the kids are grown and left, and they're still relatively young.
Yeah, it's a hidden benefit of getting knocked up early. Not that was a benefit, but yeah, now that we're early 40s and finally getting to do it like we're 20 again, it's kind of nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm a little bit more sore than I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Sure, your wife is too.
It's nice though. It's cool to be able to just get out here and do stuff and walk around and have a life again.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, I'm excited for you, and especially that area of town. I'm super excited because it's been coming up, and it's super fun. And I know that you were thinking about even moving to Tucson, but I think your location right there, with everything, is a better choice. Just more options at this point. Let me show you this. So the other day, yesterday, I had to nut up and pay for ChatGPT, right?
Uh-oh.
I've been utilizing it for free, and then I kind of ran out of credits, and I wanted to use more stuff. I was in the middle of putting together stuff for a game, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. But with that, it also is an AI program that will create images on the fly. And so I just posted these. I basically was like, let's see what you can do, ChatGPT. Make me some graphics for Beef Vegan Presents, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. So, and this is just like a one-time prompt. Now, they do fail on some things, and I'll give you examples on that. But I have 4 different little cartoon graphics. I was like, give me a cartoon graphic for Beef Vegan Presents. I like the little bowls right there and the glasses.
Yeah, I was just
Right?
gonna say that. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So on Rock 102.1 KFMA, I posted all 4 of these. Here's more of a hypercolor version. I don't know why there's a bell pepper in there, but I'll take it.
The
Yeah.
vegan part, man.
I guess, yeah. And then the cows still in the glasses, but one's white, one's black, which is good. And it includes diversity. This is the sexy version of it.
Yeah, it's almost like a California raisin mic.
It does. It does. Rock 102.1 KFMA. If you ever wanted to see a sexy beef vegan microphone, I got you, boo. You just check out this live stream right now as I'm going over these images that I cultivated. And this is the Halloween version.
Ooh, I like that.
Right? Just in time for Halloween. And this is all just cultivated in a matter of moments. So I do have somebody who's getting paid full time for this company to do graphics for this station and other stations. It's abysmal. Like, I'm not a fan of the work. And then I'm looking and I'm just like, well, I just literally replaced you so quickly, so easily. And it only cost me $20 a month. It's like, give me a break, dude. So keep an eye on that Beefeater Presents Halloween logo just in time for the season. Have you started decorating for Halloween already?
I haven't even started decorating for decorating yet, but yeah, I'm excited to. Like, I got to unpack my decorations with all of my regular stuff. I might just leave it out. I don't know.
Halloween's a big deal for you and your wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're super big fans of horror and all of that just in general. So Halloween's like our favorite. It's bigger than Christmas.
Okay. Yeah, bigger than Christmas. Yeah. So I know that you guys dress up, and as you guys are kind of like empty nesters and you're out and you're being a good couple, have you considered being a throuple? Have you wanted to throuple up at all? Because I just, I had Weirdo who was all poly, and she's not necessarily a throuple, she's a quadruple. But yeah, if you were ever a throuple, you ever consider that? Adding a third person to the mix?
I don't know.
That's a no.
Well, I mean,
all right. The reason why I bring this up is for Halloween and thruples, there is what they're calling the perfect thruple outfit for Halloween. Okay. So, it's all about trying to find a theme and something that fits. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, the s'mores, that's one way to do it. Check this out. This is what they're calling the perfect Halloween outfit. It's a s'more couple. One guy's a graham cracker. One woman is the marshmallow, and then another guy is the milk chocolate.
I feel like there's a missing cracker.
There is a missing cracker, and if Weirdo was dressing up like this, they would have the extra cracker for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, Walmart has these thruple costumes for Halloween. So it's Walmart that is selling thruple costumes. So they're like, either you have a friend that's a third wheel that doesn't have a date, or if you just have, somebody that you could tag in the bedroom, Walmart's got your back.
So this is perfectly acceptable now.
In Walmart standards, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're rolling it back, son. So I just want to show that. Oh, look at the time. We're almost out of time. So I guess. Yeah, we got to wrap things up. So before we wrap things up, speaking of thruples, well, I'll do this beef tip to you, and it's sex related. So go figure. How long do you think you should take in the bedroom, D-Rock?
20 minutes.
Well, they say that you should actually take about 35 minutes. So but don't worry. The average, a poll found the average American who has a good sex life thinks the average roll in the hay should last about 35 minutes. But don't worry, guys, because less than half of that time is actually getting it on. The 35 minutes includes 15 minutes of foreplay, 15 minutes of getting it on, and then 5 minutes of like post-care, cuddling. And those numbers are super obtainable. So if you're not getting it on for 35 minutes, you're doing it too short. So don't forget the foreplay and don't forget the cuddle afterwards. And that all adds into that final time. And according to this poll, you'll have a very good sex life if you hit that magic number. And that's my beef tip to you.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So don't forget to cuddle your wife, dude. Don't be a creep.
Gotta cuddle. Cuddle away. I'm gonna go cuddle now.
All right, that's all the time we have for the show, but thank you guys so much for listening and watching along. Don't forget to subscribe, youtube.com/bevegan. Tomorrow morning, another chance to win tickets for Falling in Reverse, and we'll have a full house with tons of guests, and Mari, Rico, and Emil joining us. So join us then. Until then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of
I feel like we covered the gamut, you know what I mean? All kinds of like Diddy Loop stuff, ghost stories, thruples.
Mean or kind of bad. I will not